I need a 30 for 30 to show that I'm different like Jordan and Pippen, you bitch. I need a 30 for 30 like Jalen and Webber. Nobody gon' fuck on my clique. I need a 30 for 30.
All right, man. People are billing it as Russ versus Russ Jr. I'm talking about Cardinals versus Seahawks. Russell Wilson versus Kyler Murray, which, well, of course, they ain't on the field at the same time. But getting to see those two guys play quarterback, you get to see some incredible things. In a weird, wild game, Kyler came away with the victory, man. That was a crazy ass game to me. We saw Russ make some uncharacteristic throws, which I think let my boy back into the MVP discussion. Let my boy back into the MVP discussion. I'm talking about Aaron Rodgers. We saw Kyler Murray make some throws that, a thing a young quarterback would make, but we also saw him make some big time plays that make you say, damn, this little motherfucker gonna be something. So what were y'all reactions to that classic game? This is y'all division, 49er fans. This is what y'all got to deal with over there. What were y'all reactions to you? Starting with you.
They wasted Tyler Lockett's performance.
That boy did cut up.
Seattle wasted.
That's why I lost my fantasy league game. The motherfucker had Tyler Lockett. You had to start with that. Did you have to go there, T?
I mean, I have him in a big time money league, and yes,
you were happy about that.
Everything he was supposed to do,
yeah,
and more that night. And I thank him. But look, they wasted that performance, in my opinion. I know Chris Carson was out third quarter, that second half, and everything. And I thought Hyde was still running pretty decent. But they wasted.
He used to be with y'all, right?
Yeah.
A couple years ago.
Yeah. I think they wasted Lockett's performance. I think they got a little too cute with some things. I think they didn't do what Seattle has done before in games where they're up and they know they can generate offense, they can keep the ball moving. I felt like if you run game, if you felt like, okay, Arizona was doing something different or adjusting to whatever you were doing in the first half, which didn't really look like it because the way Lockett was balling, it didn't look like nobody could cover. But sometimes I think Seattle gets a little too cute, and you ask Russell to do more than he needs to do, in which you could just keep it simple. Okay, what's wrong with a 5-yard route to Olsen or Disley? Those are two really good tight ends. I mean, people forget Disley was like top 5, top 10 fantasy tight end before he got hurt last year. He was balling. And then you got a sure-handed guy like Olsen. And sometimes I think you just leave too much time on the clock. I was sitting there watching the game, and I'm sitting there, and I told my wife, I said, still too much time. I said, as the game just kept going on, and Arizona was making big gashing plays with Edmonds and Fitzgerald even. You had a Fitzgerald sighting. Then DeAndre, it's like, it's too much time. It's just too much time. And so Arizona, if you remember the first half, they were arguing on the sidelines. They were bickering amongst each other because that one play where they threw the little quick route to Hopkins, and the two tight ends didn't block. And then Murray and the tight end were getting into it on the sideline. But you could tell Murray wanted this game because it's on the national stage, okay? He just come off of a great victory against the Cowboys on the national stage back home. Then he gets a chance to go against the guy they compare him to on TV, and it's like he's really wanting this game. He's wanting to stake his claim, and they got it figured out. And Seattle, their defense, their secondary is not great. We know that. Everybody knows that.
But I'm not sure if everybody does, though, T. And I'm glad you brought that up because so many folks picking these guys to make it to the Super Bowl out of the NFC. But of these two teams we talking about, only one of them is inside the top 10 in terms of scoring offense and scoring defense. And that's the Cardinals.
Yes.
Now the Seahawks number 1 in points. They number 1 in points, but they outside the top 10 in terms of their defense.
And what they're telling you is that and not having Jamal Adams is hurting them too. Because he's not back there flying around and being able to make plays. But you got a guy like Buda Baker, who can do things.
Hearing his name a lot. He getting a lot of chatter for defensive player of the year.
Really and truly one of the best safeties in the league, if not the best safety. They just gave Arizona too much time to get it together. That's bottom line. That's how I feel about that game. They gave them boys too much time to get it together. And when you got receivers like Arizona's got, and you've got a dynamic playmaker in Murray, they're never out of it. You've got to step on them guys' throats and put them out. If you're not going to do that, Murray can do things kind of like he did in that, was it Alabama game, I think, in his last year or his only year, where he just kind of ran around, was still making plays. And I mean, he was steadily whittling the game back closer, even though it was a blowout initially. He was steadily bringing the game closer and closer to making it sort of a, oh crap, what if? But you cannot give Kyler Murray that much time. That offense, that team, you can't give them that much time. You just can't.
Joe, what were your thoughts on it?
Oh man, that game, that was an exciting game. And as a Niner fan, honestly, I really did want the Cardinals to beat the Seahawks, only because that puts them back closer to us. Help us with our little snafus that we had earlier. But to me, I would say this kind of reminds me of like Mr. Miyagi and Danielson.
Okay, explain that.
Like, because I really feel like Kyler like really studied Russ, because he does a lot of the same things. Like the way these guys are able to escape sacks is ridiculous.
Yeah,
the pirouettes, the irky jerky moves. I mean, I don't know, defensive end. I know when they see them on a schedule, they like, it's gonna be a long day.
Yeah.
But as TJ said, it was too much time on the clock, because I was able to see Arizona against my defense, who was healthy, and they went up and down the field. I mean, DeAndre had 15 catches for a buck something. So I knew that this offense is real. And then the defense, I mean, they're coming along. Pat Peterson, hey,
that's a bad boy.
He's still out there, man.
He's been one. He's been there.
And then, like y'all said, the safety Buddha, even though he got hawked by DK.
Hey, now, so let's go ahead. You brought it up.
Okay.
That has turned into a social media just lightning rod, because everybody got a meme related to that one. What were your thoughts on that? On that Mississippi boy, DK Metcalf, hawking that boy down like that?
Look here. I'm gonna tell you what it reminded me of. It reminded me of T.O. when I think it was one of the same exact plays. Somebody got a pick, and T.O. actually hawked the guy down and actually shielded off a potential blocker. And still hawk the guy down.
But that's something, because giving T.O., I think you speaking to why T.O. be so mad.
Because he had a don't quit attitude.
But like when I hear T.O., I do think of his greatness. But number two, I think all the controversy. I don't think of an effort play. You see what I'm saying? I wouldn't even. And he got some then, okay.
Also the Patriots, was it Ben Coates? Who was it? No, it was, who was the Patriots? It was a tight end that hawked the guy down. They like to show that too.
Now I saw Larry Allen.
Yeah, they showed that. They showed that.
Ooh, I see why that motherfucker Hall of Fame.
That's crazy, by the way. The way that man run, I said, no, he runs a 4-4.
That boy was getting all right.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. Black folks go.
We like to take it one step further.
That's what you just did. But proceed. I said I ain't stopping shit. Go ahead.
Right. So getting back, Cardinals. That was a big win for them. Listen, to be honest, as a whole, I don't think the rest of the NFL want to see the NFC West.
Oh, look at him. Well, y'all be repping that NFC West like it's.
I'm just saying. Listen, that West is real.
Right.
That's a gauntlet over there right now.
Right.
But hey, as far as the MVP, I think Russ still got to be in the discussion. I don't think one game, should knock you back.
He definitely in it.
But I just need him to have one more bad game, 2 more, but 1 more next week.
Yeah, I need him to have one more next week. We got him next week.
Are y'all trying to do y'all got that boy next week?
We got him next week.
No,
I just don't
come off of him now. Cause
I don't want him pissed off. I don't want him pissed
a
off.
certain somebody just made a post calling him the MVP and said it ain't even close.
It ain't even close.
A lot of folks would disagree with that, T.
Ain't close. Find somebody else.
You don't think it's close right now, T?
I got one over there in the argument.
Rodgers, Brady. I don't like Brady.
Mine had one bad game, just like Russ had one bad game.
I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. They're gonna rob Russ again.
Would it be robbery?
They're gonna rob Russ again. If Russ plays like he's playing right now, and Brady wins over there, wins the NFC. Let's just say he wins the NFC.
Brady don't need to get it now.
With
Brady gets
all
it
those, with all those weapons he's got.
Look, if
and
Brady
talk about later.
Yeah, don't get me started. Yeah, we gonna talk about that.
Do you not think
they better fucking not? We'll get into that. Okay. What were your thoughts on that play though, T? I ain't get your thoughts on DK hawking that motherfucking there because I thought I was doing something. I ain't get a chance to post it. I was gonna say that boy a future Hall of Fame. That boy got Hall of Fame size, Hall of Fame speed. He got a Hall of Fame quarterback. Because you need that as a wide receiver. You need a good quarterback to get up in there. But he showed me Hall of Fame effort with that. See, if folks, they see it, they making all the memes out of it. But that man prevented a touchdown, and then Arizona ended up turning that bitch over on downs. Yeah. That man saved 7 points. Seahawks should have won that game.
That should have been the game.
That should have been it.
Wasted efforts. They wasted the efforts of those two guys.
Yeah, he had that effort, and like you said, Lockett went hand. You got to win that.
You got to win that game. Look, the DK play, I'll be honest. When I saw him running after the boot, I said, he going to catch. And that was about at the 30-yard line. I said, DK back there? Oh, yeah, he got that. He got that. And as I figured it was going to happen. Mm-hmm. And then just for them to, they get him out on 4 downs. After that, I'm like, well, man, DK made a great play. The offense is cooking. Although I know DK didn't have a whole lot in that game. I don't think he caught too many balls in that game. I don't even know what his line
y'all was. Think they sliding coverage to him, man, and that opened up thing for Lockett, you think?
Man, they just
which that'll be great going forward for Russ to have a situation where he got a receiver that might get doubled.
I think they are over the top because he's so big.
Cause think about that, y'all. Think about that. If you slide coverage to him, okay, now you got to deal with Lockett and all that speed. Then you got to deal with Russ. That if you don't spy Russ gonna pick up the first down and he gonna slide. That's something that's gonna slide.
He's not taking the big hit.
He ain't taking it. You're not finna hit. He going home to Sierra.
Listen, that reminds
me. He not going to the hospital. He going home.
Kyler do the same thing though. Kyler Murray do the same thing.
He been sliding. I was gonna get into that later on.
Sometimes
most times he gonna get out of bounds because
I be seeing him. That little motherfucker.
You got to remember, Kyler is also a baseball guy, just like Russ.
Yeah. I'm glad to see it, man. It's a hell of a time. I don't think any of our fathers would have thought we'd be seeing this right now. Where you see these black quarterbacks in such prominent position doing what they're doing. I don't think our dads would have seen that. You know what I'm talking about? Because growing up, what they got? Doug Williams?
Well, yeah, Moon, Williams, Cunningham.
They got Moon, Doug.
Cunningham.
My father old. My father
Cunningham
dead now,
was probably the first.
I don't think my father saw any motherfucking black quarterback when he was out here doing his thing. Shit, he wasn't nobody. So yeah, man. So it was good to see two guys who just not running quarterback, just not scrambling quarterback. Them boys got arms, they got the mind, and they got the feet. So I think that was exciting to see. And I wish both of those brothers luck going forward.
Go. Subscribe to our daddy's YouTube channel. He's the best. Hit the like button, turn on the notifications.